Hi guys, so in this video we are gonna discuss about AI/ML and machine learning. Okay, so what exactly is AI/ML? What exactly do you understand by the term AI/ML? Now, before we dive into understanding the technicality behind these terms, we all know how important this is, right? In this world where we are living, everything today seems to be AI or AI driven. For example, ChatGPT. You must be aware of this website, or Apple Intelligence, or how certain times we feel like the algorithm works. It all somehow seems related to artificial intelligence, robots, the robotic world. Those who are interested in it might be exploring it, right? So, AI is a very important component in today's world. So, it's very important to understand the basics of AI and ML if we want to understand how these things work, like ChatGPT, artificial Apple Intelligence, etc. So this is exactly what this website is for. In this AI/ML and machine learning series, we are going to cover a lot of topics. Before that, I just want you to know that for this you can also take reference. There are some great websites out there like W3 Schools, the one which I love. It's my favorite, and these websites provide a free or basically understanding of all these concepts in the easiest way possible. So you can go check it out if you want. Apart from that, let's see what all we are gonna learn in this series. First of all, machine learning. Everything there is to learn about machine learning, we are gonna learn in this series. Then another important topic that we are gonna cover is TensorFlow. What is it? What will we do in this? We'll all cover it in the latest series. After that, we are gonna see certain examples. Then we are gonna see certain graphics. Then we are gonna see certain history behind AI, etc. Then the mathematics, and then the statistics. Alright, so basically now let's look at ML and let's have a brief introduction of machine learning. Machine learning is a subfield of AI. Okay, in today's video we are gonna learn on focus on four major topics related to machine learning. Okay, first one is the neural networks. We'll just look at it in a minute. After that, another topic that we are going to cover today is perceptron. Then we are going to look at deep neural networks, also known as DNN, and then we are going to take a brief introduction about deep learning. Alright, so these are the four topics that we are going to cover in today's videos. Now, I hope you are familiar with basic coding. If you are not, there are 2-3 series simultaneously going on this channel only. You can go check it out. So let's get started. It's better if you know at least one programming language before diving into machine learning. Consider it as a prerequisite. So you can do pick a language of your choice: C, C++, Python, JavaScript, SQL, but you should have an idea about at least one language before you get into machine learning. So in programming languages, we came across three major terms. One was data, other one was algorithm, right? And the last one, the third term, results. Now, data plus algorithm will give me what? Results. And data plus results will give me algorithm. Okay, we have seen several examples of what I'm talking in programming languages. So if you're aware with any one of the programming languages, I hope you would have understood what this means. Now, without any further delay, let's understand about neural networks. Before neural networks, there's this term perceptrons. Perceptrons and neural networks are kind of interrelated. Perceptrons is basically the simplest neural network. Okay, now what is a neural network? Neural network is a programming technique. It is a method that we use in machine learning. Basically, it allows the software. Neural network allows any software to learn from its own mistakes. Okay, like we as human brain works, we make some mistakes, we learn from it. Similarly, neural network allows any software to learn from its own mistakes, similar to how a human brain works, where a network of neurons basically process information and learn from it. Neurons process info and they learn from it. Similarly, neural network is like a method in machine learning that helps the computer to recognize several patterns. That okay, if there is some pattern being repeated, there's some mistake being repeated, the computer will be able to learn from that pattern, the computer will be able to learn from that mistake, and the next time it won't make that mistake. So this is the concept of neural networks. Okay, let's look at the basic structure of neural network. These pictures are, by the way, from W3 schools only. I'll attach the link of that website in the description box. Okay, so neural networks can be divided into three basic layers. This is the first layer, this is the second layer, this is the third layer. The first layer is the input layer. Okay, the first layer is the input layer. It takes raw data or input. That's it. This is the use of first layer, to take raw data or input. Okay, then we have the second layer. The second layer is known as the hidden layer. Its major function is to process the data, perform certain calculations, or make more abstract decisions. Okay, process data. Then lastly we have the output layer, which basically gives the final result. So I hope the three layers of machine learning are clear to you. First one is the input layer, then we have the hidden layer, and last we have the output layer. The input layer, as the name suggests, it takes input. The hidden layer processes the data, and output layer, as the name suggests, gives us the output. Okay, so this is a neural network, a basic neural network. Okay, now what is a perceptron? Perceptron is like the first step into neural networks. It represents a single neuron with only one input layer and no hidden layers. There is no hidden layers, there is the only one layer. This is the input layer, this is the output layer. There's only one layer, right? As you can see, these are the three layers: the yellow one, the blue one, and the red one. In this there's only one layer which contains it all. There is no hidden layer, there's input and there's output. Okay, now neural networks are, since perceptron is only one neural network, so we can also say neural networks are nothing but multi-layer perceptrons, right? Because what is perceptron is one layer. If there are multi-layers in perceptrons, it becomes a neural network like this one. In simplest form, a neural network is made of, as we discussed, an input layer, a hidden layer, and an output layer. The input layer is yellow, the hidden layer is blue, and the output layer is red. Okay, neural networks are based on how the human brain works. We have already discussed it. Neurons are sending messages to each other. While the neurons are trying to solve a problem, it's strengthening the connections that lead to success, and it is reducing the connections that is leading to failure. Okay, so next important term that we are going to discuss is deep neural networks, or DNN. Deep neural networks, or DNN. Okay, now deep neural networks basically have several hidden layers. There's one input layer, one output layer, but there are several hidden layers of neural networks that perform complex operations. So since there are more hidden layers, they are able to perform very complex tasks also. Each layer depends on the results of the previous layer. So for example, we have our input layer here, we have the first hidden layer, the second hidden layer, and so on, and then we have the output, right? So this layer will depend on the results of the previous layer, and that's why it helps the network recognize complex patterns easily, because first we already have a result here, but we are not directly printing that result, we are not directly giving the result to the output. We are performing another operation on it, which entirely depends on this result only. It does not depend on the previous input, it depends on this result only. Okay, so see, this is an example or pattern basically of deep neural networks. Okay, so we have the first layer, which is this layer only, which is basically making simple decisions based on the input. Okay, input data. Then we have the first layer, then, right, so input layer as we discussed, and then we have this second layer. Here this is making decisions by weighing the result from this layer. Okay, and it will be able to make more complex decisions at a more abstract level. And then we have this layer, which will make even more complex decisions based on the result of this blue layer. Okay, and then finally we'll get our output. So I hope this was clear. Last term that we are going to discuss today is deep learning. Now, like machine learning is a subset of AI, right? Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Subset, okay? Now, deep learning is responsible for the AI boom of the last years. It is an advanced type of machine learning that handles very complex tasks. It uses deep neural networks to tackle complex problems. It's responsible for the recent advances such as image, speech recognition, etc. Okay, so machine learning we discussed. We are trying to differentiate now between ML and deep learning. Machine learning we already discussed is a subset of AI. DL is a subset of ML. It uses smaller data sets, whereas this uses larger data sets. Okay, as we learn, neural network learn from their own mistakes. So these learn themselves only. These are based on deep neural network. They learn from their mistakes themselves, whereas machine learning is done by humans. Okay, lastly, it creates simple algorithms, and it contains deep learning contains complex algorithms, creates complex algorithm. So this is the basic of machine learning. Machine learning is a very interesting topic. This is a little bit of theory before we are diving into actual machine learning. In the next video, we are going to understand certain basics about artificial intelligence. And also after that, we are just going to dive into machine learning straight. Okay, so certain programming languages that are involved in machine learning and artificial intelligence include Python, C++, Java, JavaScript, and SQL. You'll find these three programming languages lecture videos on my channel already. Python lecture videos are also in progress. They'll be out very soon, so you can go check it out. All right, that's it. So first, you can learn one of these programming languages. If you don't know either of these, I'd recommend it's better if you learn one of these programming languages, so that machine learning seems easier. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this lecture. See you in the next class. Bye bye.